Hello.
Welcome to Roots N Remedies.
Welcome to the Roots N Remedies show with Jim and Krupa. Yay.
Yes. Live your best life with Krupa.
And Jim, both of us. Both of us. We do this with passion and a lot of experience and a lot of fun. So
Yes. It's
Roots N
important to
Remedies
enjoy,
show,
it's important to enjoy what you're doing.
100%. And if you're lucky, you get that in your life,
Yes.
to enjoy what you're doing.
It is
And
a blessing. Yes.
it's a blessing. It's a blessing. I didn't always enjoy what I was doing with work, but you have to work. So,
But you learn from those experiences.
you do. You learn from those experiences. I mean, the majority of my life, I have been in this industry, but then there's been times that I haven't been in the industry, or I've been doing it, limitedly while I'm doing something else. But it's definitely made me well-rounded, and I've worked very hard, like you, to get to where we are today.
Yes.
Through just the diligence and passion and motivation and the goal of what is right here. This is where we want to be.
And I've personally witnessed your passion for natural health. So
thanks.
It's always been an interest of mine, and I just love having the program with you to promote it.
Thank you. I love it too. And, I had mentioned before in previous episodes with you of our Roots N Remedies show that this show originally started over a decade ago in Georgia. We did a weekend radio show there called the Roots N Remedies show there. Yeah. And that was really successful. That was for about 3 years, 3.5 years. And then, after leaving Georgia, moving to Florida, back to my roots here in Florida with my family, started up the show again. And that was iHeartRadio and Boca. Did that for a little bit. And now we're doing this again. So I think with all the feedback that I've received over the years doing the Roots N Remedies show, it's always been very positive and appreciated by the listeners and the followers and, the patrons of Roots N Remedies. Because I think a lot of people don't want to talk about it.
Yes. And you provide such vital information that helps our lives. So important.
Thanks. Yeah. Thank you so much, Jim. I appreciate it. So I'm always grateful to you for wanting to do this with me and, just being my, co-host.
My pleasure. We love to promote health.
Yeah, we love to promote health, and it's not just promoting it, right? Which is our main focus, is promoting health and wellness through herbal and Ayurvedic medicine and principles, but it's to really educate, because I know you and I are on the same page, is educate our listeners so then they can, be able to empower themselves and make the correct decisions for their health and wellness.
And live their best life.
Live their best life. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So today's episode, you already know what we're going to talk about, but so I have done an episode like this, what we're going to be doing in a few minutes or less than a minute or so. I've done this episode like this with my very good childhood friend, Michelle Hillary, and she's the commissioner of Palm Beach County Film and Television. So anyway, I've known Michelle like most of my life. We were kids when we've known each other, so many years. But she was my guest on this one episode we're going to be talking about back when we did when I did the Roots N Remedies show, iHeartRadio and Boca, and it was so much fun. And so anyway, I'm glad to be doing it again.
Now, when it was on the radio, you couldn't show anyone anything because it was radio.
Actually, it was a podcast.
Oh, it was a podcast.
Okay. Yeah, yes, it was. So, and people were able to call in and ask questions, and that was really great. It was great. So we had a lot of fun. And she was sitting in the studio with me. So,
but they couldn't see you. It was radio, right?
It was radio and video.
Oh, okay. And video.
So,
okay.
yeah,
So they got to see the spices of life that we'll be talking
about. Yes, they are. They got to see the spices of life. So as you introduced it, it's the spices of life.
Wow.
This is my tin. like my tin, my
Yes.
spice tin. And this is kind of like a traditional spice tin that people of Indian origin, have in their homes. And so this is kind of like the main ingredients, the main seven ingredients, but you
Okay.
can switch it up a little bit here and there. And of course, we have more. So I'm going to kind of go around really
Yes.
quickly and talk about it, and then go more into depth. So the one in the center, can you guess that one, Jim?
I love the color.
Well, it's turmeric. It's the
Turmeric.
yeah, it's turmeric, and this is the most talked about
Yes.
Ayurvedic herb these days on a global level. So this is turmeric, and then next to turmeric, or let's say what's everything's next to turmeric. But if we go below these seeds, these are fenugreek. So these are
Oh,
fenugreek. And then these seeds, hope I don't spill everything. These seeds, these are black mustard seeds.
okay.
And then right here, these right here these are cumin
Oh,
seeds.
right.
I know in Italian, you guys, or like fennel, you guys do fennel, right?
Right. Right.
But that's similar, I guess, in some
Yes.
ways in terms of looks. And then here is cayenne chili pepper. It's actually a
Oh,
chili pepper, yeah,
yes.
or chili pepper. And then as we go around, this is something that's called asafoetida.
Hmm.
And asafoetida is the my goodness, it's the term that we use here in English, and then in India we call it
Okay.
hing. And then here, the last one that I have right now, and this is called danajiru, which is cumin and coriander combination. So
Oh,
yeah, yeah. So that's
I'm,
kind of like this.
I'm
That's the
anxious to hear more
spices.
about it, Krupa. I want to hear
I
more about
know,
it.
I know. And there's also something else I want to show you. So show everybody. So this is like on the top. This is our top. These are ground. These are whole um, cardamom. This is
Oh,
cardamom pods. These are
right.
cardamom pods. Yeah. So like cardamom pods. This is it right here.
See
It's
it?
green. And then you don't eat the pod itself. You pop it open. Better get my glasses on. Um, so you pop that open like this, and out come. What
We're
was
all
I saying?
waiting anxiously.
It's like a magic trick. So out comes these little seeds, like
Okay.
seeds.
All right. I
Yeah,
see it. Yes.
they're great.
Okay.
So that's cardamom, and cardamom is very, very, very fragrant and incredibly fragrant. So the reason I brought this out, which is my fun tin, is all of these have medicinal benefits.
Right.
You know, actually, all of our herbs that we cook with have medicinal benefits. Um, but our Indian herbs have a lot of similar benefits. So the majority of them have digestive benefits. Um, and then of course each individual one has it's more pronounced in
Right.
certain areas in terms of the um, benefits for health and wellness. So um, I start saying like they all have digestive benefits because really Indian medicine or Ayurvedic medicine that comes from India, the number one focus, and I've talked about this before, we have is focus on gut health.
Right.
So we know in the Western world now, everyone's talking about gut health, gut health, gut health.
Yes.
And really, I would say, moreover, the majority of people have been talking about gut health within the last 10, maybe 5 years, even more
Right.
than anything. But
And
we
probiotics is a big part.
probiotics are huge, exactly. But Indian principles are number one place to heal is gut. So all this is gut health. So let want to talk about
Yes.
turmeric.
Yes. Are you drinking
Cheers.
turmeric?
Yeah, no, I had to take a sip of my tea. No, I'm drinking a tea that my daughters got me for my birthday. It's I think I shared it with you earlier. It's a um,
Black.
black currant tea, because I grew up in England. Like the first, like my formative years were in England. Black currant tea, and as an herbalist, I love lavender. One of my favorites. I wish you know could have it, but I have lavender honey. So the girls, Yasmin just made me a cup of black currant tea with lavender honey. So
Wonderful.
yeah, it's great. It's great. A lot of vitamin C and tons of vitamin C between the black currant and the honey has a lot of antioxidants, and lavender is just calming and soothing. So it's great. I love it. And
Yes.
take it home. So which herb? Lavender. I mean, not lavender. We should talk
Turmeric.
about turmeric.
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 I have to talk
Yeah,
about
turmeric.
turmeric.
Yeah. So turmeric, we use this a lot in our cuisine, and it is a pungent herb. It's pungent, and it is anything that touches it will stain this color. so you better watch out. It's great for natural food dye, or we did tie dye. Uh, we did a tie dye event when Ronnie was like in preschool, actually. So we did a tie dye event, and turmeric was one of the colors that we used as a natural tie dye. But so it does stain, number one. But it is a pungent and extremely powerful root, right?
Yes.
So it is a root. It's similar to ginger looking. Ginger's got the white flesh. Turmeric has the orange flesh. And the benefits of this is number one, anti-inflammatory. So when we reduce our inflammation, we are reducing our pain.
Yes.
We're reducing pain. And it antifungal, antibacterial. It has a lot of other benefits again for digestion, and being an anti-inflammatory. It's great for irritations of the skin. Skin being your largest organ. So if you have any type of skin issues, eczema, psoriasis, this is great. My mom, who you know very well, used to take this, and she would mix it with like a coconut oil, and she would put it on my skin, and
Help
help
heal it.
me
Yeah.
heal my yeah when I was a kid. And everybody talks about uh uh what's the milk, golden milk. See, I have to think about this because it's like I'm translating the Indian into
Right.
English, right? But golden milk. So this is something that I grew up drinking a lot of. So golden milk, it's warm milk with turmeric. A lot of benefits there too. And again, it helps with digestion, relaxing,
So
any
how do
type
you
of.
incorporate that into your meals? What would you add that to?
Yeah, so we kind of add it to everything, to be honest with you. But the way I add turmeric is usually at the end of
Right.
my meal, because, like I said, it can stain your food. It stains anything it touches. Like if you look, my fingers kind of got a little
Right.
yellow already.
Right.
um, but and it is it is like a pungent sort of taste. I mean, it's maybe bland. I don't know. Everybody's different in the way they describe it.
Right.
But it doesn't really have too much flavor. in my opinion. Maybe
Right.
other people who have tried it, uh, compared to like the other spices. Plus, ginger that's not in here, and other, spices that I put into the onions that I put into dishes. But usually we put this in the end.
Into
Um,
what would you serve that in?
oh my God, everything. So like, we make different types of, like from my region, I'm from the state of Gujarat, which is the northwest. So like I'll try to draw it backwards. So here's India, and then there's that little notch right
Yes.
there. That's my roots.
Oh,
That's
okay.
northwest, and it's primarily vegetarian, not vegan. We're vegetarian.
Right.
No, in that region, there's no fish or no chicken, no meat, nothing that's living.
Right.
Um, but we do eat a lot of dairy. Now, I know, I do my private consultations, as you know. And the reason I'm bringing this up while I'm talking about dairy is because not everybody likes dairy. Not everybody agrees with the dairy in their diet.
Right.
People have, mixed
Sensitivity. Yeah. So,
sensitivity and such. But, dairy, like we make homemade yogurt, and that is full of
right.
antioxidants, and it's great for your gut. It's full of probiotics. A lot of live active culture, which is the
Right.
good bacteria. Good bacteria. So we make a lot of that. But in over the generations, and Indian, the Gujaratis, and India in general, but our chemical makeup, our blood is very used to the yogurt, so we need yogurt,
And
and
what
we
would
make
you
a
add the turmeric to?
so the turmeric I can add to the yogurt. I can add
Right.
it to vegetarian foods that we would make. Like I said, we're primary vegetarian, so potatoes, like a potato stew or lentils,
Okay.
or something that now I think you may not have heard of it, or maybe you have. It's called khichdi.
No.
I know that kind of rolled off my tongue interestingly. Khichdi is Kitchri. I'm so shocked. They sell it in Trader Joe's now.
Really? Huh.
Yep. So khichdi, what khichdi is, and we use the turmeric in khichdi, it is known as a detox rice. It's rice and lentils, and it has turmeric in it. So it's lentils,
Oh.
which I have lentils at home. I get we can talk about that in another episode, but I actually soak the lentils and overnight so they become soft, and then I boil the green lentils, and then I make the basmati rice and I mix it together, and add salt, a little bit of Himalaya salt, and add some saffron if you wish, and then we add the turmeric, and
Oh.
that actually with ghee, the clarified butter, the ghee combined is great for people who are sick, as well as boosting your immune system, and also serves as a detox. It's interesting.
Sounds
So
good. Yes.
it's very good. It's very tasty. I think I might have to make it for dinner tonight. I haven't made it in a while, but I love to make it. So, but yeah, turmeric is used pretty much in every one of our dishes. Some just for just the added medicinal benefits, or the color of the curry, or more like in khichdi, where it's really just a lot more for healing purposes. So,
Right.
um, you know, but we use that almost in every dish. So it's not like only for one, it's for
Right.
mostly every dish in turmeric. So now, like I think we're gonna probably have to talk about all these spices along
Right.
throughout the episodes now, because there's just so much to talk about. But you know, we eat it regularly, so it's kind of, you know, our bodies are very, very, very used to turmeric, Indian
Right.
people, because we eat it almost every day. But you can find a good turmeric. You can call me at Roots and Remedies, and I can get you on the best turmeric
Right.
supplement. But they're in supplements, right? They come
Right.
in supplements because some people can't down this,
Right.
and you need pretty large quantities of that turmeric powder if you're going to try to heal a particular ailment. And usually supplements that have turmeric are geared towards joint and bone, muscle,
Okay.
sports injuries, that type of thing,
Right.
for inflammation, for reduction of inflammation. So that it comes in like larger quantities of, turmeric powder and much more concentrated. And so, yeah, that regimen of turmeric is on usually on like every once a day for about a month, to get really maximum benefits and effects of, the anti-inflammatory amazing roots. So yeah, I mean, I just love it. You can always gargle with this too.
Really?
The
Okay.
kid, yep, I gargled with it a little, salt and water, as we always put salt and water, um, kills the bacteria. Well, just put a little bit of turmeric in there too, and then there you go with anti-inflammatory.
Oh,
So
that's good to know.
it's great in room temperature water. You can gargle on that. And then I drank it with lemon, again, room temperature water, lemon, and turmeric. So if you have an upper respiratory thing going on, it's great for that too. So and then we also do something called, it's a sugar cane. Um, it's sugar cane that you actually can roll with the turmeric and make like lozenges, like
Oh,
yeah. So you suck on the lozenge, turmeric lozenges, and they're great. So all these, I mean, these things that I practice are, just like home, recipes of home herbal recipes that not only am I trained in this, formally, but I've experienced it,
right.
my mom, my grandmother, my aunts, everybody, you know,
It's part
shared
of
all
your
the, yeah, it's
lifestyle.
part
Yes.
of my life and it's part of my culture. Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm just why I'm passionate about education and teaching people, about these types of ingredients and these types of medicinal benefits is because it's still new in our country,
Yes.
you know, and it's exciting because there's a lot of people who do not want to take pharmaceutical medications anymore because, yeah, they can help, but they're band-aids. And as you
Side
know,
effects. Side effects.
there's a lot of side effects to that
Yes.
too. Once you start, it's almost like, and as we age, our bodies are not as strong as they used to be when we were younger. So as we age, if we use so many different types of pharmaceutical medications just to cover the symptoms, we're going to have a really tough time getting off of those medications because our bodies are not healing. They're not healing. It's just really covering symptoms so we can just cope. But meanwhile, our bodies aren't absorbing any type of nutrients at all to heal, and because we're not putting the right stuff into our bodies like turmeric and
Right.
other herbs and other vitamins and minerals that we should be getting from natural resources. We're just using, medications as just to cover up the symptoms, but we're not healing.
And then
Hence roots and remedies.
when we take supplements, we don't even know the source of the supplement. That's why
Right.
you're so invaluable to us because you know where they're sourced.
I do, because I have been in the ingredient business for a while now, that in within the supply chain,
Yeah.
and I know where these ingredients are sourced from, and I know which large corporations are. Um, I know which ones they're purchasing. I know which ingredients they're purchasing, and I know, how they're manufacturing it. There are a set of certifications too,
Yes.
that you want to make sure that the company that you're purchasing these ingredients from or these supplements from are following guidelines,
Yes.
and the GMP, which is good manufacturing practices, and
Right.
vegan and halal and kosher and non-GMO. There's just a slew of them. So I am fortunate that I know which brands that are out there in Sprouts or in Publix or in health and nutrition shops like the Vitamin Shop or Whole Foods or you name it, GNC. I know those brands very well, and I know those companies and their purchasing department, the
Right.
buyers. I know what they're buying and going through the R&D, research and development. I know all that. I know the they look for uh, certain information or protocol to make sure that whatever sample that they request of these ingredients to put into their supplement or their brand passes
And that's why
testing.
the efficacy is so important. And
The
that's something,
efficacy is very important. It is
yeah,
very important. So, I mean, you can have a great company out there that's marketing like
right.
they have the best marketing, their best marketing. Try this, try that. We've talked about it on our previous shows before.
Yeah.
Try, on Instagram or TikTok, I can't even tell you all these new trending, well, they're not new to me, but these new brands that are
Right.
trending on TikTok, and they use because they're these huge marketing companies just know what to say, how to market it, and maybe they use a celebrity,
And
that
it might not be the most effective product.
they might not be the most effective product.
Mhm.
You're right. And they don't like this is medicine. So the difference about coming to like Roots and Remedies or, someone that's very knowledgeable in this industry, I'm not talking about just yesterday. I've been in the business since I was, 16 and I'm
Yeah.
54. So that's a lot of years,
Yeah.
in a formal sense, aside from learning. But, when you can talk to somebody that is knowledgeable enough about helping you pick the right formula for you and your
Right.
chemical makeup and your health and wellness history, then you're on the correct track to health and wellness. So
That's
why
why
do
we
I do this?
encourage the viewers to have a consultation with you.
Hmm. I do. I do. I encourage because of this reason.
Yeah.
And um, I have to thank just all the people that do come to me very regularly. They know who they are. And I thank you all for trusting me over decades and, just trusting me because I really,
You
I
want
don't want
what's
to pat
best.
myself. Yeah, I don't want to pat myself on the back like, oh, come to Krupa. She knows what she's talking about. It's not about that. It's about I really care and I
Right.
really want to help. And time is money, and sometimes I don't even charge. To be honest with you, that's not what I'm saying. But I don't because I like to educate more than anything. Ultimately, I believe they will come to me to get
Right.
what they need. But I think if you go to a health and nutrition shop or even Sprouts or somewhere, they know basic information. They're never going to ask you, what medications are you on? Are you
Right.
on a blood thinner? Are you pregnant? What's your health and wellness? So that's what I do. Keep on going on about it, but why I'm passionate. So, but yeah, it's a big deal. It's a big deal to know the correct brands and also know that these brands they the way they manufacture these products is important too because you know the fillers and binders can
Right.
also have adverse reaction to people. So you really got to read the bottle and
Now they have to
understand.
consult you and not just read the bottle.
They have to consult me. Yeah, right. Exactly. Exactly. So I'm doing like so many different things right now, Jim, as you know.
Yeah.
I'm with you every week, which is always fun. And going onto our website, rootsandremedies.net, you can go to our product page and see all the amazing products that we endorse and support, because I take a lot of the supplements myself, like you do the same. That
Right.
brand is great. They can find out that information on our website, rootsandremedies.net. I'm lined up to do a lot of uh,
Glasses.
classes. Yep. And it's season here coming up soon in Florida. So we're going to have a lot of snowbirds coming down. And although I think there are a lot of snowbirds are not really snowbirds anymore, you know, but those people, and people that live in Florida are very interested in just taking classes during, the fall and the winter. And so I have a lot of those classes lined up here in Bonita Springs and in Naples and over in Palm Beach Gardens. And so that information, as soon as those classes are up to take, signups, I'll have that posted on the website as well as here on Facebook, Instagram, and, we'll talk about it on our
Right.
show.
Right.
So I'm doing that. And then I maybe, did I talk about this before? Of course, I'm doing consultations. That's for sure. Uh, One-on-one consultations via Zoom. We can do it through Facebook, video chat. I like
Right.
to do it live if you're close by, or whatever's convenient for those people. We can do it over the phone too. So I do it. I've done husbands and wives or couples. I've done consultations with families. I've even done consultations for pets, kids, pregnant
Terrific.
people.
Well, pets are part of our family, so pets are important to have there.
Oh my God. Yeah, I posted something today. Uh, well, about my bearded dragon, which I love my bearded dragon. He loves kale. He's an organic. He loves his vegetables, and of course, Lisa, our dog, she eats really well too. But yeah, so I do consultations there, and then I'm in the middle of formulating. Did we talk about this a little bit as well? Um, a product line with 3 business partners. So it's the
Yes.
4 of us.
That's exciting.
And it's very, 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 very exciting.
Innerveda.
Innerveda Labs. Yep. I'm one of 4 Innerveda Labs. And so we have combined over a century worth of health wellness knowledge. And I have one of my business partners. I have 2 in the medical field as medical doctors and in the medical industry, but are going into are branching out into the natural wellness industry. Of course, myself, herbal and Ayurvedic practitioner. And then my other business partner, he is from South America and also delves into herbalism as well. So collectively, this is a little background on us. We're doing the formulations. We're doing it all. We're doing the clinical trials, everything like that. And yeah, we have some amazing products coming out on the market soon. So just so many things.
Exciting.
So many things going on. Yeah. So it's really, really, really exciting. So that way I get to do everything that I love. Like
Right.
I get to do this with you. I get to do one-on-one consultations with my customers and clients. And then I get to, work within the supply chain and pass on the best products and information to, and teach through,
Yes.
the mass audience, and globally is what's happening. So yeah, but I love to do this because it's
Education.
fun, it's education, and the people who are on, following Roots and Remedies Facebook page, Instagram page, see my TikToks, and of course my friends on each of our personal pages get to witness this, in the infancies or at the beginning, when new information is being, like, it's firsthand here, I guess, if that makes sense. I love to talk more about our herbs, but I think we ran out of time.
That's okay. People will tune in for more information.
Yes. So don't you think we should start like maybe every week
Yes.
we'll talk about one of these
Yes.
ingredients?
You
Yeah.
never know which spice we'll be speaking about.
Yeah. I love this series. I love the Spice of Life series.
Yes.
This is really fun for me. This is for sure. So
Well, we've learned so much from you. Thank you so much, Krupa.
thank you so much, Jim. I learned a lot from you and from everybody else that I'm surrounded by. And I'm grateful for everybody trusting me and just my family, my friends. It's been great. I love it. I love it. So anyway, I guess we're gonna have to wrap up our show,
Yes.
unfortunately.
And I'll repeat, live your best life with Krupa.
Oh, thank you so much, Jim. And Jim, live your best life with Krupa and Jim. And then reach out at Roots N for naturalremedies.net, or just, if you have my cell phone number, give me a ring.